was just a kind nurse, living modestly. But when she passed away, her secret shocked the world. Meet Grace Walker, a quiet woman who spent her life caring for patients. No fancy clothes, no flashy car, just a small apartment near the hospital. Her colleagues respected her kindness, but no one imagined she was slowly building a hidden fortune, one paycheck at a time. She never wasted her income. She saved religiously, sometimes as much as 40% of her paycheck. Instead of luxuries, she quietly bought safe investments.
How well? That's what we'll uncover in this video.
You might be wondering why someone with a modest salary could amass such a fortune. The answer lies in the details of Grace's life that we often overlook. Grace never took vacations. While her colleagues boasted about trips abroad, Grace stayed close to home.
She used to say, "I find my vacation in my garden." And that's exactly what she did.
She found joy in simple pleasures like reading a book under a tree or taking long walks in the park. Grace never complained about her small apartment. In fact, she loved it. For her, it was more than just a home. It was a sanctuary. She took pride in her neat and tidy apartment, always finding ways to make it more comfortable and functional. Her friends noticed her frugality and couldn't understand why she wouldn't spend more money on herself. They often said, "Come on, Grace, you deserve a treat." But Grace would just smile and shake her head. She had her reasons for living this way. For example, Grace made sure to pay off her debts as soon as possible. She understood the importance of being debt-free and lived by that principle. Additionally, Grace avoided lifestyle inflation. No matter how much she earned, she stuck to her budget and did not feel the need to upgrade her wardrobe or drive a fancy car. But there was more to Grace than met the eye. Behind her unassuming exterior, she had a brilliant mind for investing.
Grace never fell for get-rich-quick schemes.
Instead, she studied the stock market religiously. She read books, attended seminars, and learned everything she could about investing. When the internet arrived, Grace was quick to open a brokerage account.
She started small, investing only what she could afford to lose. But as she gained confidence, her investments grew.
Over the years, Grace became known as the nurse who bought stocks. People were amazed by her investment skills and wanted to know her secrets. However, Grace was humble and shared her knowledge freely. She believed that everyone could invest and grow their wealth if they had the right guidance. Today, Grace's story continues to inspire people around the world. She proved that it is possible to build wealth from scratch with just a little knowledge and a lot of patience. And that brings us to the surprising truth about Grace's investments. While she was a brilliant investor, she didn't rely on luck. Instead, she followed a simple strategy that anyone can follow. So here's the secret. Grace invested in blue-chip stocks. These are companies like Johnson & Johnson and Coca-Cola that have a history of strong performance and stability. Grace believed that these companies were the backbone of the economy and would continue to grow over time. But that's not all. Grace reinvested her dividends. This means that instead of taking the money out, she put it back into buying more shares of the same stock. This strategy allowed her investments to grow exponentially without doing anything extra. And let's not forget about Grace's real estate investments. She owned several small buildings near the hospital where she worked. These properties provided her with rental income and capital appreciation. Grace was a hands-on landlord and took care of all the repairs and maintenance herself. The key to Grace's success was that she lived below her means. Even though her investments were growing, she didn't change her lifestyle. She continued to live in her small apartment, wear simple clothes, and drive an affordable car. In fact, Grace didn't realize how much money she had until she retired and moved into a nursing home. That's when her lawyer discovered that she had over $7 million in her accounts. As you can imagine, everyone was shocked. Grace had never bragged about her wealth, and no one had any idea she was so rich. But Grace's story doesn't end there. When she passed away at the age of 83, her will revealed her final secret. Grace left behind a massive charitable donation. She left most of her estate to the hospital where she worked, asking them to use the money to help other nurses and provide better care for the patients. Imagine that! A simple nurse who dedicated her life to helping others left behind a fortune to make a lasting impact on the world. And that's all for today. We hope you enjoyed learning about Grace Walker, the quiet nurse who proved that it's possible to build wealth with a modest salary. Remember that small choices add up to big results, and that wealth isn't just about money. It's also about making a positive impact on the world. If you liked the video, please share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.